Hi everyone! Today I'm going to walk you through a couple of Makeshift features to handle and organize positions or job titles within a department. I will be walking you through two features. The first one will be the Position Manager and the second one will be the Position Scheduler. Firstly, to go to the Position Manager, I can access this through the Department Calendar page. So as you can see, I am on my Employee Department Calendar right now. This is where I do all of my scheduling. And from here, I'm going to go to the black navigation bar on the left-hand side and click on Department Profile. On the Department Profile page, I have 4 tabs to choose from. There's Profile, Shift Types, Availability Types, and Positions. I'm going to click on Positions. And here I can see the 5 positions that I've already assigned to this department. I am in the retail department right now, so I have my retail positions, cashier, sales associate, and so on. And this is where I would go if I ever wanted to edit one of these names or add a new position to this department. So to add a new position, I'm going to go to the green Add Position button at the top right, and then fill out the position name that I want to add to this department. I will click Save, and now I have this position added to my retail department. Now when I create new users and tag them to the retail department, I will have the option to tag them with any of these 6 positions. I can give them just one if I like, or I can give them more than one, but there will be a list there for me to choose from, so I don't have to type them in one at a time. If I ever need to edit one of these position names, this is the screen I would do it from as well. I can click Edit, change it to the new name that I would like to call it, save again, and now this change has been updated in all of my employee profiles that had been given this position tag in the first place. So I don't have to go and edit my employee information one by one. It updates in all of them at once. So this is how the Makeshift Position Manager works, and you can see how you can create and manage specific job titles or positions within each department. I am now going to walk you through the Makeshift Position Scheduler. The Position Scheduler feature ensures that you always have the right people working. Again, I will show you how to access this from the Employee Department Calendar that you see here. If you look at the top left of the calendar, it shows that I've highlighted employees. So I'm on the employee calendar view right now. I'm going to switch over to the position calendar view. And now you are looking at my position scheduler. So on this calendar, instead of employee names being listed down the left side, I now have my positions listed down the left side. What this calendar is showing me is how many of each position I have working different shifts on different days. This is my requirement calendar. So when I look through here, I can tell by the colors of the squares how many requirements I have filled for each day of the week. The very light squares here are showing me that I have 0 employees for those shifts. So I know that I need to start scheduling for them. As the color turns blue, it's showing me that I now have part of my requirement filled. Here you can see at the top I have 1 of 2. As it gets to the darker makeshift blue, this shows me that I've now filled my requirement for that day. I have enough cashiers in this case, and I know I am set. If I see a dark blue color like this, it's showing me that I'm overstaffed for that position. From this position calendar, I can start scheduling an idealized version of my schedule, assigning positions to the calendar instead of people. I will show you by clicking on one of the requirements here that I do not have full. So if you look in the cashier row here, I can see that on Thursday the 17th, I only have 1 of 2 afternoon shifts. And now I can see some different details for the shift requirement. I can see the department, the shift type, and the position that I'm looking for, and I can see that I have 2 required employees. So I can change this number here as well if I need more or less. I can look at employees that I already have scheduled for this shift, so that's my 1 out of 2 right there. And I can also see any employees that have this cashier position that are not scheduled to work at that same time. So here I can see I have 5 unscheduled employees. I can see their names, their employment type, wage, and positions. I can see all of these details and decide who I'm going to give the shift to. I could also see if they had set their availability for me that day. and I can see how many hours they've worked this week. So based on these details, I can see at the bottom, John Clark has worked 0 hours, so I'm going to give him this shift. This box does not go away. In case I'm looking for more employees than just one, I can assign as many as I need, or I can close the box, and now you can see the color has been updated to the makeshift blue. Those diagonal lines indicate that the shift is pending until I click on the Publish and Notify button like I usually do when I'm scheduling. If I want to add new requirements that I don't already have on this calendar view, I can put them in the same way as you would schedule an employee on the employee calendar. I go down to my shift types, I select the shift that I'm looking to fill, and drag it onto the position line. If I'm looking for a cashier on Sunday afternoon, I will drag that shift onto Sunday the 20th. And now I have my new shift requirement box. Again, I can adjust the requirement for how many employees that I need and create that shift requirement. Once I have created this, I can see the shift requirements box again, so I can start assigning employees right away. So now you can see how our position scheduler works and how you can give shifts to your employees without having to schedule them one at a time. For those of you that have similar requirements from week to week, there is a very easy way to upload these requirements into the calendar without having to drag and drop the shifts in every week. I will show you by going ahead 1 week to a blank schedule where we have no requirements put in. And we can use the copy and paste feature here just like we can on the employee calendar page. So I'll click on this gear on the top right, and I'm going to repeat last week's requirements. I will paste the requirements from last week. And now I have an overview of how many of each position I need to fill for the weeks coming. I can schedule them from here, or I can go back to the employee calendar and do it from there. As I schedule shifts on my employee calendar in the usual way, I will be asked to input a position for each shift. As I select these positions, they will automatically be updated on my position scheduler on the other page. I can toggle back and forth from my employee calendar to my position calendar and see how my requirements are filling up. I can also adjust the requirement number as I see fit based on events or other things that are going on within my company.